I know you said there's nothing to report, but we've done interviews with Bob Arum. He says that it's close. Eddie Hearn says they're ready to sign. Joshua's had his little bit on Twitter and stuff like that, saying that he's in it for the long run. You're a showman. He's going to close the show and stuff like that. So the way if we can take Bob Arum and obviously Eddie Hearn and what Joshua's saying, we're getting our hopes up, if you know what I mean. But on your side, Tyson Fury's side, you said there's nothing to report.
Well, let's break it down, shall we?
Okay.
To bare minimum. Eddie Hearn's a boxing promoter, so is Bob Arum. It's their job to sell the fight. Joshua is saying what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. I'm not on social media at the moment at all. So whatever they say is very unimportant to me. Until I've got a date, a fight, and a hell of a load of money in my pocket, there's no fight. There's a lot of things going on, what people don't know behind the scenes, that can scupper a fight like that. So nothing's actually on until you're actually in the ring. So yeah, we're nowhere near that at the moment.
Can you understand why, like, us as fans, like, we're desperate for this fight, because it's like two British heavyweight champions, undisputed fight. Do you know what I mean? For selfishly, as boxing fans like me and everybody in here, we're looking at you and going, Tyson, please give us some good news and stuff like that. Selfishly, I mean, like, but we want the fight. I'm guessing that you definitely want the fight. You've called for Joshua for long enough. So what can you do on your part, if anything?
Can't do nothing.
No.
It's out of my hands. It's nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me at all. I'm just a boxer. There's a lot of things behind the scenes going on, like I say, that can alter a fight. Do I think I'm going to be fighting Joshua in the next 10 minutes? Hell no. Do I think the fight will eventually happen sooner or later? Yes. It has to happen. But do I think it's imminent right next minute? No, I don't. Listen, we've seen Mayweather and Pacquiao. How long did that go on for?
I know, but that sort of died a death. That fight was sort of like a wet fish. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But then when it finally did happen, it was the most pay-per-view fight in history. Even though it was a wet fish, he still did just under 5 million buys. So suggest it's just the biggest fight ever in history.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it finally does happen, then I'm sure that we'll all get to see it. But I'm not going to hold my breath for it. That's for sure. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, because I've been guilty of doing that before, and then these fights don't happen, and then I end up in a massive depression and feel like killing myself. So I'm not gunning to say, oh, this fight's definitely happening in May, June, August, whenever. If it happens, great. If it doesn't, I can't do anything about it.
So that's probably the best way for you to look at it, obviously.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
That's the way I look at all these fights. Wilder's, anybody. Listen, I'm open to fight Fred Flintstone and his cousin. I've got 2 fights this year, and I don't give a fuck who it is with. I don't care. I don't care if it's Joe Bloggs, Fred Flintstone, Mike Tyson, anybody. I just want to fight this year.
Well, Mike Tyson's make a comeback. You never know.
Yeah.
Tyson v Tyson.
Yeah, definitely be a big one.
Definitely. You mentioned Wilder there. I mean, obviously, after you beat him in Vegas, he's came up with numerous excuses and stuff like that. And some might say he's threw Breland under the bus. Do you feel like he's done that with his comments against? I
don't know. I'm not interested. Anything they got to say, none of my business. I'm sure him and his relationship with his boxing trainer is up to him, and none of my concern. But you know, Wilder, don't write Wilder off out the occasion either. He could be fighting me next. Who knows? I could have a third trilogy with Wilder yet. Like I say, a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and you know, Wilder might be next. Who knows?
We'll see.
We'll see.